Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? So some of you may remember from the Fairy Tail sequel video from a little while back that the author of Fairy Tail, Hiro Mashima, was going to reveal his new series to the world, and now we finally have our first look at this new series that's slated for a June 27th release in 5 different languages, so you can bet it's going to be a big project not only for Mashima, but for the weekly shonen magazine as well. This is not the Fairy Tail sequel, nor is it the Fairy Tail spin-off, but rather an entirely new series Hiro Mashima has been working hard on. The series is supposedly called Eden's Zero, but I think that is a temporary title for now or something that is subject to change, so don't be surprised if they end up changing the title before release, or it might just end up staying the same, who knows. But that's what we're going to refer to this new series as until they announce the finalized title name. So this was all revealed on the cover of the latest issue of Weekly Shonen Magazine, where we see the reveal of Eden Zero's title, and more importantly, a main character for this new series. Now the big question is he the main character like Natsu was to Fairy Tail? Nobody knows, but we do know this guy is going to be a main guy character, because really, all you have to do is just look at him. He looks like a combination of Grey and Natsu, or like many people have been saying, a Natsu with Grey's hair, or if Grey had clothes. His eyes do look a little different than Natsu if you look really closely to the proportions, but nonetheless, the resemblance is definitely there, and the art in this series is without a doubt going to be similar to the art we're all used to seeing from Fairy Tail. So if you were expecting something drastically different with this new series going forward, that's not what you're going to be getting, and that's probably a good thing if you were a fan of Fairy Tail's art from before. Earlier in the month, on May 18th, on Hiro Mashima's Twitter, he also gave us a pretty much finalized version of the female main character for the upcoming series. People immediately spot the similarities between this new character's design, and of course, Lucy from Fairy Tail. People are saying she looks like a mashup of Lucy and Carla, or Lucy and Natsu, or even Lucy and Mira Jane. Either way, she looks like a next generation Lucy, and if this design trend is going to continue, we're going to see a lot of characters that look like a lot of the older characters from Fairy Tail, it seems. And on a side note, it is pretty fun trying to figure out which characters Mashima mashed up to create his new characters. Some people are calling it lazy, while others are saying it's just him being true to his art style. So of course, the designs are going to be similar, especially after having designed so many characters for Fairy Tail already. There's bound to be some overlap in their features, and it's been done before. I mean, just look at Dragon Ball and Dragon Quest. You usually keep the design traits that worked out for you the best. So what about the story to Eden's Zero? There isn't much about the story at the moment, and they'll probably reveal more in the upcoming weeks to hype up the eventual release at the end of June. But for now, we do know that the two characters are going to be different than what we see from Natsu and Lucy. Mashima himself has tweeted that the two characters that he revealed are going to have a different dynamic between them compared to what we have seen and what we're used to seeing from Natsu and Lucy in Fairy Tail. So even though they may look and resemble our main characters from Fairy Tail, they're definitely different people and are going to interact differently with each other. With an entirely new story at hand while also having to do a sequel to Fairy Tail and also a spin-off to Fairy Tail, you gotta give this guy a break with some things. There were a fair amount of people commenting on Twitter about the fact that the two characters looked really similar to his older characters, especially the new main guy who looks like a Natsu 2.0, but really, it's not that big of a deal. He's allowed to reuse his own design traits that he likes, and a lot of artists do that so that when people see their works, even though it may be a different series, they can immediately recognize that it's their work. So personally, I really don't think it's an issue. What matters more to me is to see if Hiro Mashima is gonna write a better story here than Fairy Tail. But anyways, I am curious as to what you guys think of the new characters for the upcoming series by Fairy Tail's author, Hiro Mashima. Do you like our Natsu 2.0 and our Lucy 2.0? And which characters do you think they look like from the original Fairy Tail? As usual, I left a poll up there, and also let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up before you leave, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications if you want to be updated with the latest that's going on in Japan. And I'll see you guys in the next one.